Wait, don't start it yet.
Ron, you cock.
Do you guys introduce it? Who introduces it?
Well, we are here after a long hiatus. We don't need no introduction. Everyone knows us, right?
Wait, they don't know that we were on a hiatus, though.
Did you start it?
Yeah, it started. Ron likes to just go right.
Yeah, this one is a little. that was a little planned, though.
Yeah,
so we're out of character.
It was a little planned, but that's okay.
That was a rough intro.
It's always a rough intro.
So instead of your usual crew of Sean, Ron, Mark, Chad, and Soren, we today are Sean, Ron, and Mark, and we have guest spots today with Michael and Michaela, two wonderful people that we know, and they can bowl, I think, better than us.
I'm pretty good at bowling.
Yeah, pretty good at
but
bowling.
You don't have to lie. You know, I was last choice.
We all know you're terrible at bowling.
I've only broken 100 once in my life.
Didn't you break your knee bowling?
I did.
You broke your knee bowling?
Yeah, actually, that could be a possible story. That's one of the ones I would like to talk about today.
Oh, why don't we just get into it?
Well, yeah. So we're introducing a sort of new tool that we're going to do to sort of focus ourselves, at least for the first 2.5 minutes of the episode.
It's a new tool, and we're introducing it to focus ourselves.
We're trying not to make it that awkward to talk about something.
We're trying to focus ourselves with this tool.
Yeah,
we're trying to stay focused.
A tool's going to be used to focus ourselves.
It's really important to stay focused. Sorry, what were you saying?
Right. So it's how it's going to work is before the episode started, we each chose one topic, and we're going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, that's what we're at least going to start as. I mean, we obviously don't have an attention span at all, so we'll see how it actually goes. But let's spin the wheel. So,
the wheel is spinning.
The wheel is spinning. Click, 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 click. So, Sean won with his topic of shrimp. So that is going to be what we're talking about today.
Awesome. So we're going to talk about shrimp today because there are a lot of shrimp.
Can we say what the other options were as well?
Yeah.
Just so people know.
Yeah. So the other options, which we could do in future episodes, because I love talking about how I've named myself throughout the years. So Ron wanted to talk about the groundbreaking new game Elden Rings. Elden Rings?
Elden Ring, Mark.
One ring.
There's only one ring, goddammit.
But there were 9 rings in Lord of the Rings.
There aren't 9 rings.
There are 10.
There's how many? 9 for the men, 7 for the dwarves, 3 for the elves, and 1 for Sauron.
Okay.
So that's what? 4. That's like
you just had
16.
More than one.
That's like 20 rings, right?
20 rings.
20 rings.
Okay.
There's probably more out there too. Who knows?
I'm also worried about the acoustics of this room because I don't have any sound padding. But that's okay. So,
no big deal.
Ron's topic was the groundbreaking game Elden Ring. Sean was, of course, Shrimp is our winner for this episode.
Luckily.
Mine was... Yeah, luckily Shrimp, because the other two are not very fun. They're very fun, but not very digestible.
Dude, shrimp are fun. Shrimp is fun.
Shrimp is fun and digestible.
Yeah.
Are you telling me a shrimp fried my rice?
I didn't think the shrimp was gonna win.
No, neither did I.
You thought pooping was gonna win?
I thought, yeah. So Mike's topic was bad bathroom stories, and mine was funny injuries. And out of those 4, between funny injuries, bad bathroom stories, Elden Ring, and shrimp, Sean won with the grandiose topic of shrimp.
But what if we could combine all these topics?
How about we just talk about shrimp?
So I was playing Elden Ring earlier today, and I encountered this giant shrimp that killed me so voraciously that I shit my pants so hard I had to go to the hospital. And that's all 4 topics.
Is that an injury, though?
That's not injury.
Is that an injury to your pants?
It was injury in game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got injured. Okay, fair enough.
We just talked about all 4 topics. So that's it for the podcast,
yeah,
right?
That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna leave now.
Yeah, alright. Thanks for listening, everyone, and hope you have a good workout. Whatever it is you're doing while listening to this. I don't know if you're driving, home, to work, to see your kids.
What is the apex shrimp?
Your wives.
The apex
You're
shrimp?
probably me listening to it at work and laughing to myself.
Mark, I hope you're having a good time at work.
I hope
yeah,
so,
Mark,
too.
I love you, future Mark.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. I'm not
You're
really
right,
worthy
you're
of
right.
love.
It's too fast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's take it slow.
That's an issue I deal with in my everyday life.
Unless you have a crush on him since middle school. We can talk about that.
I didn't meet you till high school. Well, I met you
I
in
can
middle
see
school,
that
but I didn't.
smart.
I think we met in middle school.
Yeah, but we didn't become like friends till high school. Yeah, but yeah. So you said something about an apex shrimp.
Yeah, I was. What's the apex shrimp?
The bullet shrimp?
That thing that does the thing, the clampy.
The
hand
bullet
thing.
shrimp?
Is that a shrimp or a
Do
crab?
shrimp
The pistol
have
shrimp.
claws?
Pistol shrimp. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Do shrimp have claws? Oh, obviously, but
Well,
like,
they're like
what are the
little-
rest of their legs, their arms?
I think they're just legs. I
Are
think
they?
they have like two
Yeah, I think they're
pincers.
mostly legs.
They're kind of like mini lobster, right?
Yeah, what's the difference between a shrimp and a lobster is what I really
Oh,
want to
wait.
talk about.
I'm thinking of crawfish. Never mind.
Lobsters
They're
are
the
fucking
same thing, too.
horrifying.
Hmm?
Lobsters are horrifying.
Lobsters are.
Well, crabs
You don't
in
like
general.
lobsters? I'd have
Crustaceans.
lobster.
Well, like imagine this, right?
And seasoning and salt water.
You're on a beach, like you get stranded on some random desert island, right? A desert island where nothing but crabs and lobster and shrimp exist on the beaches, right? And you don't want to eat them, so you'd rather starve to death. You're starving to death in the hot, hot sun. The last thing you see is the beady eyes of a crab eyeing you up to eat you.
They would eat you.
Yeah, it would be a horrifying last thing, though.
But why
They're
wouldn't
dying.
you eat the fucking crustaceans
Because
before you starve to
you
death?
have vegan principles, and you don't want to betray those.
But none of us are vegan.
But like in this scenario, you are.
I would definitely eat the crab.
Okay, how about this? Let's change the scenario. We're not vegan.
Well, can vegans eat shellfish? Does that count?
Is it
No.
convenient?
What?
What?
What did you say?
I don't even.
Or
Can they-
Vegans eat
No, because
Shellfish.
it's a living animal. Is
Well,
that not
fish
the
ain't
word?
meat, right?
So what
It's
is
still
fish?
alive. No, fish is meat.
Fish are living creatures.
Are
yeah.
fish meat though? That's what most people say they aren't.
So when you see a fish, someone brings it to you raw. What would you say it is? Like no like skeleton, no nothing. Just raw fish, meat. So it's meat.
I guess.
There you go.
But like, don't people not? Don't they
Well,
categorize
those are
it?
The
pescatarians.
pescatarian.
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Vegans don't partake in any really living being aside.
Well, then
from
they
plants.
can't eat plants either.
Well,
plants are
plants are
living
living.
beings.
Conscious beings.
Oh, consciousness.
And of course, we can argue about
Right.
the consciousness of trees.
See,
and
Where we're
plants.
This is where I
discriminating against the
disagree.
consciousness.
Grass
Mhm.
is conscious because that smell when you're
Yeah.
cutting it is it trying to deter you. But us as humans evolved to like that smell because we're sick fucks.
What a terrible deterrent, though. Like
Good smell of grass.
yeah, good smelling grass.
Yeah, good smelling grass.
Like, what kind of like, what is it deterring exactly, evolutionarily?
I think you're the Sean. You're the bio person. You're the scientist, but I'm pretty sure it's a pheromone or hormone or some kind of like chemical thing released to warn other plants of incoming danger, which doesn't really make sense because they can't really react anyway.
They can't really move or do anything.
There's like, oh shit, it's coming.
Is it just a panic attack for everybody else?
I guess it's a panic attack
Like,
pheromone.
panic. Have a bad time in your final moments.
Yeah.
It's just they all hate each other.
Yeah, it's like I'm having a bad time, so you're gonna have one too.
Dude, what if plants are conscious though? We don't know.
There were studies that hypothesized that not grass, but plants sort of have the sort of electrocommunication when they're being maimed.
Yeah.
So
well,
like
what about Venus flytraps?
that is interesting.
Like, they're pretty animal-like.
They are. They. Well, is it conscientiousness or is it just like a electro impulse?
What if it's both?
I think it's just an impulse. It's like if a fly steps on two of the like spiky things in its
Yeah.
mouth, it'll
The
trigger the
hairs. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I hope the vegan teacher is listening to this. We're coming for you.
I do.
The
have
crabs
a-
are coming for you.
For
crabs.
me?
No, the vegan.
Shrimp. Are you?
Wait, what are you talking
When you're
about?
stranded on the island and you're a vegan and you
Uh-huh.
won't eat the crabs, but the crabs will eat you.
But you just said that the crabs
They'll
are
be
coming
like-
for me, and then you said
The
vegans.
vegan teacher.
The vegan teacher's
yeah.
coming for me?
No, the crabs are coming for the vegan teacher.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
that's fair. All right.
The crabs.
Is
are
that not a
offended that
horrifying
she
final
ate them.
image in your mind?
Dying by crabs?
Yeah, just...
Didn't you
Click,
just say
click,
that you're
clack,
basically
click.
already
Have
dying
you
by
seen how a
dehydration?
crab stares at you? They stare at you
No,
with...
bitch. Does it look like we live by the ocean?
We are in a landlocked state.
We are not, are we?
We are.
No, we're not.
Lake
Look
Erie.
at Philadelphia. It's
What
right
about
next
Lake
to the
Erie?
thing.
That's not
It's
landlocked.
next to
Erie.
it. No, we are next to the Susquehanna and the Schuylkill River, but we're not.
What about Lake Erie? Lake
Bro,
Erie's
there's a
not
whole
landlocked.
creek.
That's
right
a
there.
lake.
That's not land.
Landlocked is ocean.
We have crabs though.
Yeah, we have crabs.
We don't have crabs.
Where do we have crabs?
We get crabs from Baltimore.
New Jersey's
And
just
Jersey.
Pennsylvania anyway.
No,
No,
don't you
no.
dare. Don't
No,
you
you're
dare.
You're right. I'm sorry.
How
New
dare you.
Jersey is something we don't talk about. Like Delaware
They're a cancer.
and Virginia.
It's true.
Oh,
They're there, but
don't
we
come
don't
after
talk about it.
Virginia.
No, Virginia kind of sucks.
Virginia's the best.
The only good things
Virginia
about
was the one that
Virginia
started
is
the whole
Virginia Beach.
Confederacy.
Yeah, but we hiked in Virginia. It was beautiful.
It is a
And
beautiful
Sure.
state.
the best barbecue I've ever had in my life was in Virginia. Actually, the top 2 best barbecues I've ever had in my life were in Virginia.
Go to Mississippi, bro.
I'm broke.
Let's go. I'll take you. So that way we can come to our side about hating Virginia.
But speaking of, barbecue that relates back to food, are you guys fans of eating shrimp?
Not
'Cause
really.
I loved shrimp when I was younger. Like, I would just eat it like a mongrel. But,
Like Gollum.
yeah, but nowadays I don't actually like shrimp at all. And I'm sure this is very entertaining for the listeners. But
All our fishermen fans down at the dock. Give us free shrimp.
I'm pretty sure I had an allergic reaction to shrimp when I was a kid, so I just don't eat them.
Shellfish.
Did you
Yeah.
know that you could, like, if you, like, waft in, like, a smell of shrimp, you can literally, like, if you're allergic to it, you can get issues?
really?
My dad, a year ago now, he's allergic to shellfish, and he was making shrimp Alfredo for my mom. And he wasn't going to eat it, obviously, but he didn't, like, touch his face, nothing. He just smelled in, like, the shrimp cooking, and he automatically could not breathe, and we had to call the ambulance, and he almost died.
Wow.
Yes.
I know that's the thing with peanuts, but
Yeah.
I've only ever
Yeah.
heard that applying to peanuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did
It
not
probably
know that
applies to
happened.
every allergy, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending
Where
on
like
the
a smell could
severity.
be. Yeah.
That's crazy.
How does that work evolutionarily? How does allergies work, Sean?
It's an immune response.
Pretty shit luck of the draw. Be allergic to
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanut butter's pretty
You could be-
godsend like.
allergic to more things. I did know a kid when I was in Scouts. He was allergic to pears, all kinds of nuts, egg, and gluten. So he literally just always hated himself because he ate the stuff that he wasn't as allergic to,
Yeah.
like gluten, but he was always
It's pretty
just-
hard to get away from eggs overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he could eat if it was cooked into something. You couldn't have, like, if it was like fried egg, he couldn't have, or raw egg or whatever. But if it was like baked into a cake, for some reason he could have it. But then there goes his gluten allergy. So
Wow.
What a poor guy.
could be a lot worse than peanuts. I knew a girl who was allergic to strawberries, and that is really sad.
I mean, there's some people that are like allergic to water, right?
What?
That's
No.
like very
Yeah.
rare.
No.
though.
Yeah.
The fuck are you
There's
talking
like
there
a
it
lady,
is.
she's like allergic to water.
Dude.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being serious. Hold on.
That's like a freak of nature, though.
Alright.
That's not.
Tell that to her.
I don't mean to be like that. I don't mean that offensively. I just like
It's just a freak thing.
that is like a very rare circumstance for somebody to be allergic to the thing that is like 70% of their
Yeah, exactly. That's why
Here,
it's so
You
fun.
read this because you're better at reading than I am.
Aquagenic, your there you go. Aquagenic, oh, that's a bad word.
English
Yeah.
mark.
You can skip
You're-
it. It's okay.
Can I try?
Urticaria. Okay. Aquagenic urticaria is a rare condition where people have an allergic reaction to water. This reaction typically involves hives and bumps and can occur as often as several times a day. People with that thing, I'm not going to pronounce it again, can drink water, but they may react to bathing, crying, and rain.
Crying.
That's
Crying?
crazy. I'm
Wow.
sorry, Sean. Next time I need something
That's
to be
hell.
read, I'll ask you.
You're just crying
I like
and then
the
you're
challenge.
crying more because
Alright,
you're
I got
allergic
you.
to your crying.
I'm not a reader.
Obviously, I should have given it to Sean.
He's the smart one.
That's okay. No, never mind.
I'm
Yeah,
angry.
Sean's the least fuck up of all of us, I feel
Yeah.
like.
That's not true.
Oh, man.
But shrimp.
I don't like shrimp.
I'm not a big shrimp guy
They
either.
freak me out.
Wait, so you don't like shrimp, but you wanted to talk about shrimp?
I suppose so.
He put it there because he didn't want to
Well,
talk about
I
it.
like some shrimp. I like aquarium shrimp, like fire shrimp.
What about
Pistol
brine
What's
shrimp?
fire shrimp?
They're like red and they're cute.
Do you like brine
That's
shrimp?
it.
Yeah. Are those sea monkeys? Brine shrimp?
I don't know.
Sea monkeys.
I mean, I just feed them to my fish.
Mm.
Do you get them frozen?
Oh.
Do you think anybody ever cried over
Good
their
shrimp.
sea monkeys? Probably. Right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's always some.
But do you
poor,
think they
sad-
named like all their sea monkeys?
No.
I did.
I think there might have been like a young kid who tried.
How many sea monkeys do you typically get? It's like thousands, isn't it?
It's a lot. I had like a little thing of sea monkeys when I was a kid, and I would feed them all the time, and I loved them, and I never changed their water because I was like, I would add more water as it went down, but I was like, I was probably like 6 or 7, and I was a piece of shit. But eventually, all my sea monkeys died, and I was pretty heartbroken.
Genocide.
So I just kept feeding them, hoping for the return. I started putting more food in, causing the water to murk up more and more and more. And then I went on vacation for like a week, and I got back, and lo and behold,
They were still dead.
No, there were sea monkeys in there. The water was clean. The sea monkeys had returned.
No.
They'd eaten all the food. I shit you not.
Your parents definitely changed that
No.
shit. They probably called their neighbor and was like, hey, my son is like, he's fucking weird, and he thinks his sea monkey should come back to life. When we're going on vacation, can you just sneak over and put new ones in there?
Well, you mean it's not possible for a new batch of sea monkeys to have spawned out of the void and eaten like an inch layer of food at the bottom?
If the sea monkeys were Jesus Christ,
Yeah. Did they?
That's what I'm saying.
Are they all
Was it
Jesus?
close to Christmas? Did you
It
ask
was-
Santa Claus for new
No.
sea monkeys?
It was like over the summer.
Was it close to Easter?
I'm gonna
Was
look
it
at
Jesus?
what sea monkeys are.
It could have been Jesus.
Do the
But
elves
I'll rule
make
out
the
Jesus.
sea monkeys, or
To the elves?
yeah? Do they make the sea monkeys if you ask for
I
them
think
for
they
Christmas?
just take a trip to the Antarctic and they just find them.
Is Jeff Bezos Santa?
What?
No. Jeff Bezos is not Santa.
Dude, Jeff Bezos is ripped. Real
Yeah.
talk.
Well, didn't his
He's like
wife
Jack.
leave him?
Yeah.
She like took all the money,
half,
No.
I
like
think
half the money,
40% of the
a
money.
lot of the money.
Yeah.
Richest
These
woman
things
in
are
the
ugly,
world.
Sean.
Pissed
Yeah.
off that. That's the long game you gotta play.
I'm
Why
jealous.
were you even sad
Yeah.
about
I
this?
see.
She's
Those are
donated,
so
I think it's
cute.
like more than half at this point.
Huh?
She's donated more than half of the money she got from the divorce.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're awarded $200 million in a divorce or whatever number it was, and you donate half that, you're still set.
Wasn't
Your
it
kids
billion?
are set. It was a multiple billions.
He's a billionaire. It has to be multiple billions.
He's
So that's why he got ripped, because he's all sad now, right?
Well, he has a whole girlfriend or wife. I don't know if they're married.
He's a lizard person, just like Elon Musk, anyway.
he does have a
Are you
girlfriend.
sure?
And
Probably.
she is.
Are you a lizard person?
No, I wish.
How do you know lizard person? People exist.
Because it's obvious. I've seen his eye.
How is it obvious?
I've seen his under eye close first, and then his other eye.
When have you seen this? Have you seen them in person?
No, I saw it on the video.
So you saw that
Obama
On the
does the
video.
same thing.
that could have been.
He's a
Photoshopped.
lizard man too.
Why are you getting so defensive? Are you trying to protect your own?
Yeah, Ron, you're getting really defensive for a person who's not a lizard person.
Hey man, I'm gonna need you to put that.
Do you
knife
guys not hate
down.
lizard people like me?
Lizard people don't exist.
Ron,
But how do you know?
Do you think that the center of the world is hollow and a bunch of dinosaurs live there? You think that's where they all went?
Well, I mean, they made a movie about
I mean,
it,
yeah,
right?
that's kind of common knowledge.
How do they do that?
Whoa. You might have a point. Is this why planes aren't allowed to fly over like the North Pole and
the Bermuda
South Pole?
Triangle definitely has to do with lizard people.
Could I make a confession? Like, 12-year-old me always linked the Bermuda Triangle with something vaguely sexual. Like, I never, like, not something inherently sexual, but, like, there's always some kind of sexy vibe to the Bermuda Triangle that, like, preteen me was like, yeah, sexy shit goes on in the Bermuda Triangle. And I, for the life of me, don't understand the thought process there, but I was like, mystery, Bahamas, sex.
Well,
I
apparently,
can only
It's a
imagine
triangle.
what your search history
Are you
looked like as a 16-year-old.
Are you a
Sexy
lizard person,
Bermuda.
Mark? He just licked his eye.
That's a story for another day.
The thing is, though, with the Bermuda Triangle is that, like, it's really no, like, worse than any other place in the ocean in terms of, like, disappearances, apparently. If you actually look at the statistics of it.
Well, it's probably because of a few high-profile disappearances. So, like, ratio-wise, it's probably the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But the people that went missing in the Bermuda Triangle were super high-profile. So they probably attracted a lot more
I wouldn't
attention.
call it high-profile. It's just more that a lot of them were military vessels, I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty fucking high-profile, my dude.
I guess. I don't know, man. There's, like, that one convoy of planes that, like, went down because they flew out into the ocean, which is, like, I don't even know how the fuck you do that. Honestly.
I think a lot of it is just them putting it on autopilot and the
It was the
autopilot
60s, though.
functioning. Yeah, they still had some sort.
Did they?
Yeah. Well, because how it works is they have markers.
Right.
And then they just travel from one to the other.
Right.
And they can get confused.
But,
It's
like-
happened multiple times.
But how do you fly out towards the ocean?
Because it might confuse the marker.
Because, like,
one of the
they're- like,
markers for
because
when it's
their
on the
reasoning
ocean. And
was-
I mean, they only have enough fuel to get from one spot
Right,
to the other.
right.
If not, they land heavy and they destroy the plane.
Sure.
So they might have flown into the ocean, not fucking realize it might have been nighttime, and then they just
Right. But what I'm
into the
saying
water.
is, like, the reason that they, like, got lost in the first place was that their, like, compasses were fucked up. But it's, like, there's an easy way to determine what direction you're going in. It's just to look at the
How do you
sun.
do that?
What
happens if it's nighttime? Suck my dick.
How did they navigate at night?
Bro, the windows are like this big.
They
Don't they
figured
stick
out
their
how to
head out to
navigate
look
by
at
the stars 2,000 years ago. They were like, there's a star there, and there's a star there.
But they're in planes.
And then I go this way.
Dude, the whole microphone just peaked for that entire conversation.
Yeah.
All of this is inaudible, and we gotta throw it all away. We have to start from the beginning.
I do want to say I'm really appreciative that Mike is here because he has replaced me as the person who argues with Ron.
Yeah.
And I've been able to take a step back, so I can
All right,
really...
Mark, let's argue.
Fuck you, Ron.
Why don't you like Dark Souls, Mark?
We're not getting into that. That's an episode. That's for another episode. Don't you try and bait me. We're talking about shrimp.
Why do you actually try to have a life instead of just playing video games with us?
Yeah, Mark. Why do you like want to actually improve yourself?
Because I'm drowning in debt.
Dude,
But
video games could
that
solve
is a human construct.
Become a streamer. Social media.
Yeah,
BD.
but if I don't pay my taxes and the debt that I owe, they're going to throw me in prison. And that is also a human construct. That's a human construct in which my
Exactly.
booty will get pillaged. And I do not want my booty to get
You
pillaged.
just got to go to the mental asylum instead, Mark, where they isolate you in the white room.
I know I'm pretty effed up in the head, but I don't think I qualify for an institution.
Well, you got to just make it so that they think you belong there.
Just kill
Right.
a bunch of people.
Well, no.
Yeah, that's how it works with every other white person.
No. Okay, if I was a serial killer, if I was like, okay, let's say I was drowning my debt, they're going to put me in jail.
Right.
So need to come up with an insanity defense. I'd become like the shrimp man. I would.
No, that's my
I'd be
my thing.
a serial killer. Well, we could be a duo. I'll drag you into it.
The shrimp men.
Yeah. Well, if we were shrimp-based serial killers, my idea is that I would leave whole cocktail shrimps, like Drake and Josh, really big shrimp-sized shrimp, in their mouth after I kill them. But that's kind of lackluster, you know? I want to be able to
that's
kill
not
them.
a bad calling card, though, at the same time.
I want to kill them with shrimp, but I'm not very creative.
You
So,
just choke them.
but that's not with shrimp. I'm saying with shrimp.
Listen, tie them down to a chair,
Mhm.
and then just start shoving shrimp down their throats until they can't breathe
Why
anymore.
don't you just attack allergic people? That's
Or,
allergic to shellfish.
or listen to me, bro. I'm a
That's
fucking
good.
genius. They have claws, right?
Mhm.
Get a boat. Go fishing for shrimp and shit.
Mhm.
Bring people onto the boat. Drug them, throw them into the fish net with the shrimp, and just let the shrimp kill them.
The shrimp
Are shrimp
piranhas.
carnivores, though?
They're not, but
They're
throw
like
them
bottom
back to the
feeders.
water
What are
and
they?
they'll, like,
They're like
suffocate. I
plankton,
don't know.
right?
It would be really funny if shrimp were just like extremely predatory creatures that would like slaughter humans if given the chance. But we just don't let them.
Yeah. So,
Who knows?
I mean, that's what piranhas are.
do you guys have any good ideas if you were a shrimp-based serial killer?
I mean, I think I gave a pretty good way to kill someone.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea.
That
I
one's
feel
not
like
awful.
replace shrimp with like lobster or crabs, and then you got a good system going.
Or you can like claw their eyes out and replace their eyes with shrimp.
I have a better idea.
Oh.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
You made me think of something unrelated to murder, which is a bowl of shrimp and you pour milk over it.
Sounds
Like
good.
kind of like cereal.
That's all you have to say to that topic.
Where does that go?
They're gonna be called pranos.
Prawns? Is that what they call them in Britain?
Prawn.
Are prawns the same as shrimp? Or like what?
Shrimp are. I think a prawn is a classification. It's not like a scientific classification, but
Yeah.
like I think crawdads are also prawns.
So why is there a shrimp cocktail and a prawn cocktail?
Oh, well, I guess.
I
it's-
think prawn are bigger, aren't they?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they are.
Hmm.
Are they an Australian thing mostly?
Prawns?
I feel like
Prawns?
prawn's like a
No,
very
but-
like English word.
Yeah, but like they say, throw a shrimp on the barbie.
I guess so.
You know, they say throw a prawn on the barbie.
Do they actually say that though?
I don't know. It's a
I
stereotype.
feel like that's bullshit.
It's a stereotype.
Yeah.
I think this podcast
You
needs
fucking
to fund a
insensitive
trip to
asshole,
Australia.
Hmm?
I think this podcast needs to fund a trip to Australia so we
I
can figure
think-
this out. So Ron, you gotta empty your pockets.
Yeah, Ron, you're the rich one.
Yeah.
I
Ask
mean,
your
look
dad
at
for
you.
a small loan of $10,000 and we're off to the races.
You can afford a laptop. You're rich.
No
Yes.
comment.
Blue Yeti microphone, a nice clear wire.
Yeah, this wire is top of the line.
Top of the line.
Glasses. You can afford glasses.
Yeah, look at all the shielding
Food?
it has on.
I don't know what you guys look like. I'm like
Yeah.
Daredevil with this shit. I just kind of assume you look like people.
Can we agree that bad eyesight is the reason for like almost all the myths and like the
Probably.
monster and shit like
Yeah.
that?
Also, the fact that people probably got high off their assholes back then.
You think?
Probably.
What about
what else did
in
they have
Scotland?
to do?
What do you
In
think?
Scotland?
Well,
Scotland?
they were just drunk.
What do you
Yeah.
think the Loch Ness monster is? You think it's because
What do I think Loch Ness monsters? I think it's bullshit.
You think it's bullshit? You want to know what it actually
It's
is?
the water horse, god damn it,
Baby-
Mike.
No, there are whales that sometimes end up in the lake
With long necks.
with no, and then they throw their tail all up under. And
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, bad eyesight, bro. Right now, I
thought
thought it was
people-
whale
That was the
necks.
30s.
I took my glasses off,
Salt
and they
water.
both look like just blobs. I'm playing, actually.
Everything looks like a blob.
Nuh-uh. Take your glasses off. What do I look like?
You look like a
Handsome and
person.
dashing, right? Now put them back on.
I'm scared too.
That's fair, because it all would have been reversed.
Look, yeah, I agree that bad eyesight helped Smith. It's also just the fact that people were bored and had nothing to do back then.
And you think they just made up wise tales?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
that's exactly what they did. In fact.
In Spanish culture, there's something called La Llorona, and basically, just like I don't know when it happens, but like if you're just out walking about, you'll hear someone crying, asking where her kids are.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they make a movie about that?
They did,
Yeah.
and you're just supposed to like just fucking run because if you turn around and engage, you're dead. That's basically it.
Well, they also got Chupacabra, don't they? Well, that's
They
Mexico.
do, but listen, this is what I have to say. Hispanic parents believe in everything except mental illness. They believe in Chupacabra, they believe in fucking La Llorona, it's a whole bunch of other shit. But mental illness or like anything that has to do with the body, boom, out the fucking window.
Yeah,
They,
mental illness
they
is all
believe in
in your head.
like, bro,
Home
I was sick.
Right?
They told me to drink black coffee and pop like 4 Advil.
Yeah.
But might I say, I woke up the next morning, fine. It's like if an angel came down and kissed me on the lips.
So they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
They're just.
But then I'm also like questioning if the Chupacabra and La Llorona is some real shit. Do I have to be worried
Well, the
about walking
Chupacabra is just
outside at
like
night
a goat sucker.
and getting molested?
You like sucking goats, right?
I'm
Don't
sorry?
say it on the fucking podcast. I told you that.
Confidence. Ron.
I
I'm
do
sorry.
Are we just exposing Sean right now? Because I can
No, I was gonna say Mark also has talked about his love for goats.
No, it's not goats, it's sheep.
I think you misunderstood him. He has a love for balls.
Me?
Yeah. Especially sheep balls.
I
Huge.
actually always wanted to try haggis.
That sounds horrible.
What is
what is
haggis?
Haggis is a Scottish, I don't want to say delicacy, but it's like
I think it is. I
it-
think they would consider it a delicacy, probably.
it's definitely like a trademark Scottish meal.
Yeah.
And basically what they do is they stuff a sheep's stomach with like, I believe it's just a bunch of
All
shit.
the organs.
Yeah, just meat and veggies and potatoes and shit. And they like cook it in the stomach and then you eat it like that.
And you want to try that?
I do.
You know,
And
I,
you wonder why you have stomach issues?
I can't yuck his
Yeah.
yum. I can't yuck his yum. There you go. Because we eat cow tongue in tacos.
I couldn't do that.
I've had cow tongue tacos. They're
It
actually
tastes
really
exactly like steak.
My
it's
dad
just a
likes
little chillier.
turkey gizzards.
Yeah.
What? The little like thing?
Yeah, they...
Yeah.
Good again? I like that.
Is that the gizzard? That's like something else, isn't
Well,
it? The
it's-
gizzard's like in their neck. Right?
Yeah, but it's something throat related
Yeah, it's
that
throat
obviously makes that sound.
I know
Very tasty, I'm sure.
nothing about turkey other than the fact that they're dry.
Actually,
You eat them on Thanksgiving.
Fuck no, dude.
We
We eat
use
chicken.
we use turkey necks to like make like green beans with like this the broth,
really?
but we don't eat it though. Well, we eat the meat off of it.
Is that the thing that you like? It's inside the turkey when you buy it.
Huh?
Like when you pull all the stuff
No.
out, and then there's like the little like shaft thing. Is that their neck? I literally always thought that was like their penis.
No. The turkey neck is like a rod.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
The
the thing
one?
that's like stuffed because you pull a bunch of shit out of the turkey.
If
or
you
chicken,
buy like
right?
a non-fully dressed turkey, yeah,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of people buy like semi-dressed turkeys where they it's just like the
talking about
body
like fully raw.
full turkey.
Yep, I'm not doing that.
Okay, that's fair.
My
I literally
dad-
always thought it was penis, and it made me very sad.
No, it's okay. So did I.
because
My dad was a big fan of deep frying turkey liver, and I didn't hate it, but I certainly don't I don't gravitate towards it. It's very fatty, very fatty. It's the liver, but did you guys? Speaking of which, I'm trying to keep this on topic against my fading will. Do you guys incorporate shrimp into your holiday dinners? And a side note, I did want to say my dad used to think that dinner was just putting a platter of shrimp out, like a whole fucking party tray. Like, here's dinner, just shrimp. Have at it. It's like, Dad, do we have any cocktail sauce? He's like, no, but we have garlic and ketchup, so put them together, and that's homemade cocktail sauce. And what about the horseradish? Fuck that. Horseradish is for wimps. So here's some ketchup with garlic and a full platter of shrimp. That's your meal for the night. But yeah, did you guys incorporate shrimp? Like, do you guys go to like family parties and have shrimp? Because I always go, and there's always shrimp there.
really,
Yeah.
Not really at my family
Yeah.
parties, I feel like.
Really?
I like
I usually see some.
But I feel like it's
really.
pretty common.
I don't think I've ever seen shrimp at a
That-
party.
I can't tell if that's like, you're not Italian.
It's like a dash of Italian and then Irish. I'm just like one of the Pennsylvania mutts, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you're mostly German though, right? I would
I
say.
think I'm more Irish than I am German.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That makes two of us. I'm not German at all.
Hmm.
I'm definitely more. I mean, hell, I'm more. I don't know.
I'm mostly Irish.
Angolan?
And I don't think shrimp are Irish.
Let's not go there.
Are you not proud of your heritage, Mark?
Let's not go there.
You're saying that you only see shrimp at a party because you're Scottish?
No, I'm not Scottish. I'm Irish.
Irish.
Scottish. I'm just interested in haggis, which is a Scottish meal.
I got you.
No, I don't know where. I don't even know. It's probably just an American thing where like, because cocktail parties are a thing and you have shrimp cocktails. I don't know where it comes from. I'm just trying to pin down why some people are super into like having shrimp as like a side dish at all family parties, and some people do not.
People just like shrimp, man. Shrimp's a pretty popular dish overall.
Decently cheap.
Yeah.
It's like just cheap enough
It's
where you
finger
can buy
food.
it.
You can just take a couple.
Yeah,
People like finger food.
Convenient.
and it looks fancy.
Looks fancy.
But it's
I mean, it was
relatively
fancy,
cheap.
right? Well, seafood in general, I guess, back in the day.
Actually,
Well, it wasn't, right? It was
Yeah.
prison food.
it was actually yeah. So Maine.
Seafood was prison food?
Yeah, lobster was like prison food.
Before lobster was like a super fancy thing, it was actually considered like vermin. So they would serve that to prisoners because they viewed that as like low quality food. And to be honest, it kind of looks like it.
They're
from
bottom
first glance.
feeders.
They
so.
are.
Do you think they had cocktail sauce?
No, definitely not. They were definitely like terrible to start with. But apparently it was like Queen Victoria, right? I think.
I don't know. I think it was an American thing, and not an American thing, but I know that like specifically Maine lobsters have a very rich history. Like lobsters from Maine are like the cream of the crop. That's like getting a cheesesteak in Philly or a deep dish pizza in Chicago is like getting lobster in Maine or crab in Baltimore.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I always heard Queen Victoria was the one who like
popularized it.
Yeah, she like went to like a prison once and like tried it, and she was like, "Oh, this is great," and she like made it a noble thing instead.
I like shellfish. Shrimp are probably the best shellfish because there's the least amount of peeling. I like shellfish, but I don't prefer them because it's so much work. Like even with shrimp, you have to peel off the fucking shell and all that shit.
It's all gross.
And the tail. If you eat the tail, you're gonna have shark poops. I don't want shark poops.
Have you eaten the tail before?
Well, yeah.
Lobster tail, right?
Look, like I just said, my dad would give us shrimp as dinner, and that would be the only thing. I grew up from a very young age eating a lot of shrimp, so like, I'm gonna eat a lot of tails and have a lot of shark poops.
Did you not chew enough as a kid?
No, but if you eat the tail is like made of glass, dude.
Is it made of
I
glass?
have to disagree.
Your stomach doesn't really digest the shell of the tail and the shell of the shrimp very well. You're gonna have sharp poops. It doesn't digest it very well.
It sounds like Mark is the expert on this. I don't know if we should really challenge him on that.
I think we should all just agree to disagree.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have the experience.
I also wouldn't.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I want to ask Sean a quick question. Mm-hmm. Everyone else can answer too, but just him being a man of science.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens. Mm-hmm. What's up with that?
They exist.
They exist?
They're all over the place.
It's like statistically impossible that they would.
But do you think they're here on Earth with us now?
I hope so.
Probably not, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know about
I have my doubts.
Do you think they don't want to interact with us yet? Cause
I feel like why wouldn't they want to?
Why would they, or why wouldn't
Why
they?
wouldn't they?
Because they're just a lot more advanced. They probably don't want anything to do with us. Maybe they look at us as how we see lobsters, as filth.
That is true.
Well, if we were their lobsters, then we'd be getting abducted.
They would
be
eat
eating
us.
and then
Yeah.
they'd be having sharp poops.
Yeah, they'd be having sharp poops from us.
They're like, oh, the bones. They just eat them anyway. The bones give me.
I don't think they're
sharp
living
poops.
among us, but maybe they've come here once or twice.
I'm of the...
Except for the lizard people, but they're not aliens. They're from the middle of the earth.
They're subterranean.
Where do you think they came from? Do you think we came before them, or they came
The lizard
before
people?
us? Yes.
They probably evolved alongside us.
Yeah.
You ever see the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Ron.
Huh?
Ron's the lizard person.
Yeah, Ron, you have a lot of
How do you
knowledge.
know, how do you know so much about
Yeah,
He probably
that's a good
stays up
point.
all night watching
Let me ask you a
other
question.
people.
Let me ask you a question. What does the center of the Earth look like?
Is it
It's pretty dark,
Is
honestly.
it
man.
red, Ron?
No, it's pretty dark.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, he's covering
See,
it up.
this is my question. How the fuck would you know?
Yeah.
Do you have like lanterns down there, or do you just kind of like echolocate?
No, we haven't invented lanterns.
You'll be invented later.
Okay, then you're not a threat.
Yeah, my theory is that like aliens and lizard people like I don't know where we place in terms of the Big Bang or anything like that, but I'm assuming they're relatively similar to us in terms of technology.
It all depends.
Aliens.
I mean, isn't time just...
Would they be
Bullshit.
bipedal, do you think, or would they be
I think it
lobster-like?
depends on the conditions of their planet. I mean, Earth really.
Yeah, I mean, we adapt to our surroundings, so that isn't...
Well, like, here's the thing. I feel like a lot more planets are probably Earth-like than we... I mean, we've already discovered a bunch of Earth-like planets, right?
Yeah.
So, like, life probably evolved in a very similar way in that kind of a condition.
I've also entertained the theory that we're the aliens.
I mean, we are the aliens.
So,
to
no,
another planet.
We are
In the
aliens
sort of
to
sense, like,
other aliens.
We've detected other livable planets, but we haven't necessarily
I'm an
detected life
alien.
on them. So maybe they're at the point where we were billions of years ago.
Probably.
Maybe we're going to be the aliens that come down space shuttles when they're, throwing rocks at each other and making spears.
And then we give them the pyramids, right?
No, we abduct them and eat them. Just like we do shrimp.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we should go check out some of the moons around like Jupiter or Saturn and dig under the ice and see if there's fish. And specifically shrimp.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I mean,
What was it?
what if shrimp are the intelligent life? What if they're the apex species on the planet? They got the whole thing figured out.
That is a
I
good
don't think
question.
so. So why do we...
Because it's all part of
I
their
don't know where I was
plan.
going with that question. You kind of fucked up my thought process.
It's all part of their plan.
Do you think shrimp are superior than us?
They
in
think.
terms of intellect.
That's why we eat them.
Yeah.
To get some.
But maybe they.
What if they are
that
though?
of us?
Atlantis, shrimp.
Atlantis was us, bro.
Was it though?
You think shrimp built man-made sculptures?
Sure.
But shrimp are shrimp. Why wouldn't they build shrimp statues?
Because they want to be us.
But maybe we want to be shrimp. But Sean's shaking his head. He agrees. He wants to be shrimp.
Well, we all know Sean wants to be a shrimp.
I do want to be shrimp.
We should all be shrimp.
I think that we should all pursue our transformations.
Yeah. Let's all meditate on transforming into shrimp people. And next time we gather, next episode, we'll talk about, probably not, but we could talk about our shrimp transformations.
I'm going to start by eating a lot of pennies.
That's good. We all know shrimp like pennies. They're all about Abraham Lincoln.
Well, I mean, we got to phase the penny out, so
Yeah.
it would make sense.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
You say wee.
Oui.
Are you a French spy?
No, I didn't say that.
He's a lizard person. We all know that lizard people only speak French.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Well,
We'll find out
we'll find out.
eventually.
Yeah. We'll find out in the next episode. Probably not, because we have the attention span of squirrels, but hang in there.
We have the attention
Yeah.
span of shrimp.
Of shrimp.
I might say.
Yeah.
Enjoy your shrimp cocktails tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Make one if you weren't planning on it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And if you're allergic, get over it.
Get over it. Yeah.
Eat shrimp.
Eat shrimp.
I feel like
That's
if you're allergic to peanut butter, just eat more peanut butter. You'll get over it sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
It'll
It's
stop
immediate.
being an issue at some point.
It's like poison. Just take a little poison. Take a little shrimp every
Just
day.
take like a little dollop.
Just to make the Lorders happy, this is not actual advice. Please don't do this if you have a peanut allergy. Yeah, please don't
Take
do
medical advice from us.
this. Don't do that. That was a joke. Why did you look at me like that?
Dip your shrimp in peanut butter.